push the recording to our e-learning. Okay, now let me share my screen. First of all, we're going to see we're going to see what we have here in our WebEx. Sorry, e-learning. Okay. The one that still not yet scanned, I will share again by end of this class. Okay, this is your e-learning. I already share you some of information, especially about my timetable, and if let's say you are my previous student for my digital logic, actually I already moved to different office. So is it updated? The room number? No. Okay, so I will share to you my room number later. And if you have problem, you can come and meet me. So don't wait until final exam. Don't wait. Because last semester as well, we have like one student having problem with my section. Nearly to final exam, his parent come and inform that he have anxiety, depression, and then he cannot manage to like cope with the subject. So please inform me earlier. Just share what is your problem so that I can notice and I try to help our best. Not me only, our coordinator also will try to help. Okay, as mentioned here, our class will be online start this week until week 5. But I heard as well about our timetable. Some of you might be still not here in UTM because due to the online class. My student said that it will be midterm at week 6, week 7. Where is it? Here, mid-sem break. So you have like 2 weeks only for face-to-face. So I hope that although we are nearly to midterm, please try to join as well for your physical class starting on 21st to 4th April. Okay, I already shared to you. You can see here my timetable. So anytime you can come to me whenever I'm free. If let's say I have meeting, then I will update to you. You can check my Google Calendar. So how to go to Google Calendar? You can just like always go to Google Calendar and type my email address nur.haliza@utm.com. So you can see all my timetable. If let's say I have a meeting, so you know where is the meeting and so on, because I share it to public. Okay, so this is all about how to reach me. And my only problem, I guess, is I'm very bad in texting. I'm very bad with WhatsApp reply. So if I did not reply your personal WhatsApp, please WhatsApp me in WhatsApp group. Just remind me to reply your personal message, or maybe you direct call me. Okay, you call me and then I will try to answer ASAP. Okay, because I'm very bad in replying WhatsApp. So what else we have here? This is our WhatsApp group. I do believe most of you already joined, but still some did not, because actually we're going to have 40 students for our section, and we are having here like about 39 only, might be like one still not yet joined. And then this is the software for you to use later on for our lab purpose. Might be there will be several changes. Same goes to course information. Some changes or improvement made by our coordinator. So I will reshare again. And this is the extra reference for you to refer. But just to remind all of you, all of our tests, final exam, quiz, and lab is all referred to our module books. Okay, so I will share to you our module slide only when the coordinator shared to you, and only first module. We will share to you the file, PDF file, and I already shared actually in our WhatsApp group. Please check the WhatsApp group. I already shared this first module. But same goes to previous year. We will ask you to buy the module books. So about ordering the module books, we will share to you later. So please buy the books. If you don't want to buy, please try to ask your senior. Actually, it's quite similar. Only might be different in terms of the lab. Lab will be normally changes every semester. Like might be minor or might be major. Okay. So let's see to our course information here. I already opened the course information. You can see that this course information shows we have all together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 10 section including MJIT. So this is all the list of lecturer. If previous digital logic subject you learn with Dr. Fuad and you familiar with Dr. Fuad, then you can also contact Dr. Fuad in terms of asking his advice, asking question, but don't change the section. Okay, because we already tried to organize the section correctly, fairly to all of lecturers. Okay, and you are open to contact them. This is not my current room number. I will check my current room number. Now I'm at level 5. Okay, so this is our course learning outcome, CLO. I do believe might be some of you did not understand about CLO, but try to look into what is related to your subject. And okay, this is the weekly detail. I'm going to open the latest one here, whereby at the latest one inform that week 1 to week 5 will be online, and week 6 to week 15 face to face. It will be mass lecture according to program course grouping. We will give you a grouping here. You can see here group 1, group 2, and so on. Okay, so we are under group 1. Okay, group 1 will be joining together, and lecture hall will be advised later on. Okay, it will be conduct the whole totally like big hall. It is not going to be tutorial hall class anymore. Okay, so we will be combined together. And about the lecturer, you can see here it will be selecting whose lecturer will be teach for module 4, whose lecturer will be teaching module 5, 6, and so on. Okay, it is mass lecture. Due to some of the lecturer will be go to Haji, I believe. So let's see here. Please later on I will update this new course information new supplement to our e-learning. Okay, we are going to be our group 1. Okay, please take note. Okay, about our teaching mode, we're going to have all together 8 module. Okay, starting here, you can see module 1, we're going to learn on basic concept computer evolution. Same goes the one that I already shared to you. What we will have here, this one is very basic information about component in computer, component structure, function, evolution, computer level, hierarchy, example system, and summarize. So you will see that it is more on theory. We're not going to touch our code anymore. We're not going to go to our assembly programming. So you can see later you will learn on the definition. So this is whereby you need to memorize all the definition here. Okay, so you're going to learn how to memorize and computer component. What will be having inside our component, our computer. So how the process will be look like. So this process is important, and actually CPU or the processor is also important. You need to think it as a body of a body. So you can see a processor is our brain. So the other than that will be our part of body. So this is a hierarchy that you will learn and you need to memorize. And normally this is the always question, favorite question whereby you need to remember 3 elements of processor. Okay, 3 elements of processor. And after that, we're going to go to our computer structure and function. All of this, you need to remember the detail inside. Okay, whenever you have table, you need to remember the definition, what is the information, what is the detail, all the table, all the diagram. And here will be our history. So history, normally we not going to ask you to remember like history subject into the years. Okay, we're not going to ask you to remember the years. But normally we're going to ask you in terms of what is the characteristic under Neumann model under our first generation. What is our first generation? So you need to remember what is the character. So this is the character. So no need for you to remember years, but instead of the technology there. And okay, you can see here a lot of history. This is all history about our processor and the component hierarchy. Okay, this is also a favorite, so please make it star. You need to remember level. what is the level 6 user and what will be user doing? User will be executable program. So if let's say level 2, it is machine and machine will be running the instruction set architecture. So mostly like I can say, if it doesn't come out with to our quiz, it will must come out to our test and as well as final exam, either in a multiple choice question or in the subjective question. Okay, so it a must for you to remember the hierarchy. Okay, so each of these you need to remember as well. And lastly, this is just the thing that general, although it's general, everyone already have experience buying a computer, buying a laptop. So actually all this detail is already in our pamphlet when we buy our computer. So we just need to know what all this information's about. Okay, and last we will have a bit of calculation. Same goes to your digital logic subject. I do believe like at our module 1 last, we have as well a calculation, very simple. Last time is our frequency equivalent to 1 over period. Okay, so now we have as well our equation and as well as mathematics a bit, but you need to remember all of these measurement. Okay, measurement unit, and we will ask you in terms of capacity and speed, time and space. So that all for our module 1. Okay, you can see here, then it's finished. So that is our module 1. Go back to our course information. We will provide you with the PDF, and I already share to the WhatsApp group. I will share later in our e-learning. But for module 2 and above, I do believe that it will start referring in with our module books. Okay, no PDF anymore. It will be under fixed numbers. And if you remember that our module 2 in our digital logic subject, okay, digital logic subject, we have as well a number system. Okay, so number system is important. That's why for all my students, I already remind them digital logic subject is have correlation with our CoA subject, and CoA subject as well will be having a relationship with your operating system subject later on for next year, I guess. So please make sure you do back your revision for your digital logic subject module 2 numbering system, okay, because it is related, especially in terms of addition, multiplication, first complement, second complement, everything will be asking. And if you do not know how to do and you did not remember, so it will very hard for you to go through the next step, because everything will be related, especially when you are dealing with your assembly language. Okay, you can see here we're going to do revision on unsigned, signed number, addition, and so on. Okay, let's see what we have here. So you can see you're going to play around with best number. The best number is important. That's why you need to know how to convert from decimal to binary, from binary to decimal, the one that you already learned in your module 2 digital logic subject. Okay, so you're going to add and subtract two numbers using a method of binary addition. Okay, so most of this you can see it's recap because it is recap from digital logic subject. And we have negation, we have addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay, for these two part, normally this one is critical because you did not learn anywhere before. So later you will have like this flow chart for you to remember how you're going to do this step. This will be the must question coming out, whether you are lucky to have multiplication or division. It depends on the question letter. Okay, so I'm not going to touch deeper in the next module. I just going to continue go through our CI. Then we're going to have module 3, introduction to assembly language. Starting from here, you need to install your Visual Studio Code. Okay, you need to have Visual Studio Code. Either whatever version, as long as actually it's quite similar. Mine, I'm having Visual Studio 2019, and I also have Visual Studio Code here. So we're going to do all in our laptop, and we're going to assemble our assembly code. It's loading. Okay, what else? Module 4 ISA, and we're going to have a mid-sem break. After that, we have module 5 CPU, and then pipeline. Module 6 is memory system, memory hierarchy. I'm going to take part on module 6. When is it? On June. Okay. All together, the whole June. Okay. So I will check my timetable. And then we're going to have module 7, input, output, and storage. Dr. Farhana will take part and lead. We follow group 1, okay? So this is our group 1. Dr. Farhana. And then after that, module 8 will be our performance measurement. So we have a lot of calculation here at the last module. And about our lab, so we're going to have several lab. Before that, you can see here, this is all our module. We will have 3 lab altogether, not including the project. Project will be lab 4. Okay, lab 1 will be online. Lab 2, lab 3 will be physical. And same goes to your project. Means that you need to present it face to face. If we all in our timeline, I do believe that you need to present face to face. About the marks, every quiz will be allocated 5 marks altogether, 5%, and the total will be 20%. Lab will be 15%, 3 labs. Project will be 15%. Midterm will be 20, and final exam will be 30. So don't wait until final exam, because final exam only 30%, and quiz having a lot as well. Okay, So normally in course work, I can help in terms of your lab marks, your project marks, but whenever we are dealing with the whole section like quiz, midterm and final exam, when you want me to help, I need to ask the majority of other lecturer. Might be you said you cannot attend but without solid reason, might be you want to retake. So if there is a retake from other section, we agree to have retake, then we allow. If not, so I will follow a majority, okay, from other section. So please refer as well in our e-learning here. Where is it? Did I put angka tadi? Hmm. Okay, so please refer your course information. Every detail of the date, especially when we have like holiday, we will inform. When we have test, we will inform when is it. Like midterm test will be 29 May, and as well as the other rest of the the information, everything will be shared here. You can see all the date is already updated. Okay, so I will share this letter supplement CI as well from our coordinator. Okay, any question about your CI, your course information? So meanwhile, please scan your QR code as well. So today we will touch a bit for our module 1, so that we actually did something for our first class. Okay, can I start? Okay. Please open your PDF so that you can refer as well. Okay. Let's start on our module 1. So in our module 1, there will be 3 objectives altogether. So the objective will be the one that we need to study about our computer. And then there is a brief of history and evolutions of a computer. We're going to overview a bit on a structure, computer structures, and as well as function. After that, we're going to see differentiation between computer architecture and computer organization. And throughout all this, you need to understand a computer system before attempt to optimize the program that we're going to run in assembly language. Okay, today we will see the component of computer, and if we have time, we can go to a computer structures and function. So first of all, about our overview of computer, we will look into computer family and computer type. We have several type of computer. So on this subject, it is about the structure and function of computer. Actually, you already been familiar with your computer. Everything you are dealing with your laptop and computer every day. Either you are doing work purpose, or maybe you're going to do a play game like Mobile Legend nowadays that very famous. Okay, so we will separate into two parts. One is architecture, another one is organization. So what is architecture? Architecture, the hint or the keyword is visible to programmer, the one that programmer can see. And it have direct impact to our logic execution. So what is architecture is the one that how I'm going to design my computer. For organization, it's referred to operation unit and interaction between each other for our architecture. So the architecture, how it's relate, how it interconnect to each other. If let's say we are having CPU, another one we have a mouse or input. So this is, we're going to organize the architecture of input. We're going to organize the architecture of CPU, but the organization in between as well. Okay, we need to have the organization inside as well also available. So that's why later on you can see we're going to go deeper and deeper for each of component inside our computer. So how the computer works is a organization. Okay, you can see here the example listed elements of computer architecture is instruction set, format, operation code, data type, numbers and type registration, addressing mode, memory access method, and input-output mechanism. And normally, there is no like question asking you to list or might be finding which is wrong or false or correct the list of computer architecture. Same goes to this as well, computer organization, because later on all of this you're going to learn one by one. You're going to look into instruction set and format at at our module, I guess. Forget already, but you're going to go deeper and look into one by one. That's why we did not like ask you in terms of very simple question like this. Okay, no need for you to memorize this table. Let's see our computer family. Just now it's just introduction about our computers. In terms of computer family, you can read as well as this. This is just information that comparing with a computer, actually you will see that from 1 year to another, our cars is also evolves. Okay, it will be evolved from old to letters, from very old-fashioned and very old type of cars into the very modern and very speed. Might be the previous one is very slow and now it's very fast. So this is also similar with our computer evolutions. And in terms of these cars architecture, the vehicle, it is same architecture, but it's depend on our organization. Okay, one advantage having same architectures is the same software can use at the newer computer model with a different computer organization. So this is important. You can see that we have Windows 9, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 12, and so on. Although it is different software, different version, different model of computer organization, but with the same organization, we still can use and apply application into it. So why you need to learn computer organization and architecture? Okay, so you can read it by yourself why you need to learn. And normally it don't come out to your quiz or final exam, because this is just a thinkings for you to know why this subject is important, especially when it's come to your relation to your operating system subject, and as well as in your daily activities as a workers or engineer later, software engineer, uh, a programmer, and so on. Okay, let's see this one. Now it start to be important. Important in terms of what? Memorization. Okay, so you need to memorize actually like a keyword, because might be about our quiz you're going to have like multiple choice A, B, C, D. Normally we will be like a tricky answer. It's quite similar, but the hint of the highlighted, or in terms of what is the exact meaning of the computer type. So we have our personal computer, the one that always you call as computer, laptop, and laptop. Okay, so that is actually a personal computer. It is small, single user computer based on a microprocessor. So that is our personal computer. We call as PC. Okay, we call as PC. Second, we have a workstation. A workstation actually similar with our personal computer PC, but it more powerful. The only difference is more powerful on microprocessor and highly quality monitor. It's similar to PC. So you need to see the highlighted information on more powerful microprocessor and high quality monitor. And it is still single user computer. Okay. Next, we have mini computer. So it is totally different, whereby it is multi-user. This is single user. This is single user for your personal computer. Workstation as well, a single user. But when we come out to mini computer and mainframe, it is our multi-user. Lastly, we have later on supercomputer and mobile device. It's going to be different. Okay. So in mini computer, it's multi-user and capable to support 100 of users simultaneously. That's why at the lab, if you go to the lab level 2 and 28A, cyber SOC lab, okay? SOC lab, you will see this kind of mini computer. Because we want to support like 20 something or 30 something in the lab, so it will support a multi-user in one time. So it's very powerful compared to our PC and our workstation. Okay, next, if we have to support 1,000, many and thousand, you can say 1,000 users simultaneously, I believe it is at our ICT, CICT UTM. I believe they have all of this at their server side room. Okay, it is very powerful. Have a same keyword with our workstation. Powerful, but the different with our workstation is powerful multi-user, supporting 100 and or 1,000 simultaneously. So between a mini computer and mainframe, the only difference is powerful and support 1,000, while multi-user support only 100 something. And then the two last, we have supercomputer and extremely fast. So the keyword is extremely fast. The computer that can perform 100 or millions instruction per second. Okay, so it will be a lot and very fast. And then lastly, we will have mobile device, the one that we call normally like laptop. Why? The mobile means that it's mobile. It can be moved. Okay, it movable. It mobile because it can move from one place to another, like our phone, like our tab, like our laptop. It is mobile device, and it can be whole, operate in a hand, small enough, a computer device like smartphone, PDS, and each. So later on, maybe you can call your phone is mobile device instead of my handphone, my telephone, and so on. Okay, that is the 6. Okay, computer type, we have 6 to remember. So please remember this 6 definition. Okay, remember the 6 definitions for your quiz and as well as your final exam, maybe, and also your test. Next, we have our components of computer. This one also you need to memorize. We will have before we go to the components of computer, the one that you need to remember: input, output, processor, and storage. You need to know the definitions of computer. Okay, definition. When you go to Dr. Google, a lot of definitions on computer. Please, you can read that. You can do as a reference, but normally in our test, in our quiz, in our final exam, we will refer to definitions in our module box. Okay? So please memorize everything, the definitions from our slide here. So computer is electronic device. You know already it is electronic device for storing, processing data, and typically in binary according to instruction. Okay, you can read the definitions. Same goes to these definitions, but the keyword that you need to put is store, process, input, output, whereby this is the 3 element of component in your computer. As long as we have these 3 keywords in your definition, normally you're going to get full mark for your definitions. Okay. And okay, just now you have 3. One is storage, one is your processor, and another one is your input and your output. Okay, input, output, display. And please remember this basic flow. First of all, like input device, you have your mouse here. Mouse is the input device. We have keyboard here. Keyboard as well as the input device. We have scanner. Scanner is also input device. So all the input device, let's say you type something at your keyboard. You type enter. So it will be sent to your processor to process what is actually entered. So it will be processed. the instruction given, instruction that you key in and press enter. Okay, you key in and press enter, and then after that you're going to do the process at your CPU. And at meantime, sometime you have something that you going to wait for another instruction. Maybe you do addition. 2 plus, you key in at your keyboard 2 plus. Okay, you already store the process as addition, but you store this value 2 first while waiting for another input. Let might be plus 3. So before 3 will be key into your keyboard, you will store 2 at your storage, and then it will process later on. The process is addition. You store the 3 as well, do the addition process, and after that you give the instruction of equivalent to. So your process will be coming out equivalent to 5. So 5 will be showing at your output device. Your output device is your display. Your output device will be as well as your printer. So a lot of our input device, output and input device as well. So please make sure you know all the component. Okay, remember the flow from input go to process, and meanwhile you can have the storage in between, and after that you're going to have the output. Sometime your output will be using as well. If you remember at your digital logic subject, you can as well after that use the output as to the next input, isn't it? So this output can be the next input as well. So that is the flow, basic flow that we're going to look into for our computer organization and flow. Okay, now after you already know this flow, the basic component that we should have, 3 basic component for computer storage, CPU or processor, and input output device. So we're going to look in detail what is actually inside of the list of component. So first of all, the component of processor, we will have ALU, which is called as arithmetic logic unit, CU control unit, and register. Every semester, this processor information will be coming out. Okay, please remember starting from now. From today, please remember processor having a components of ALU, CU, and register, because this is the favorite question for every semester. It is a must question to come out. And then we're going to have a components of storage. We have main memory and secondary memory. So you will go through later on deeper and deeper into the memory. And lastly, our third input output. Our third component is input output device, whereby we're going to have the device and the architecture. If you have like keyboard, okay, you have keyboard and you have a mouse. how they can connect it. That is the architecture as well. For them to connect, how the architecture for all the devices. And all of this, you can see that we have our processor, we have storage, we have a computer. But we need something. Same goes to our body. When we have our head, we have our hand, we have our feet. All of these should be connected through our vein, our salodara, okay? So, we have as well in our computer, we should have the system interconnection, a bus system, like your van, your salodara. It's going to help you to connect from processes to storage, from storage to input output. There are a lot of like wired inside connecting to each other. Okay, program instruction and as well as data. That is another component that having inside your computer. Okay, until here, everything okay? I hope that is still fresh, although it is online class. If you want to come to meet me, you can come, especially like might be you have any question about your subject, your quiz, and so on. Okay, so next, we have here computer structure and function. Because this all is theory, I hope that you can read later because I don't like reading slide actually, and I don't like reading any type of reading. So you can read all the information about definition. Okay, we will have take a look into structure and function. So structure is a component interrelated and function is operation for every individual component as a part of structure. So this is diagram. Mostly this is important for your multiple choice question. For like A, B, C. Because it's very easy for me, I can ask you this question. I can ask you this question. I can also ask you this question. What is the meaning by this? So you need to imagine and put yourself as a lecturer. If you've been asked to generate or create a question based on this slide, how you can ask the question? Of course, you will say, okay, the easiest for me is, okay, I'm going to do a multiple choice question. I will be given a list of answer like, what is the list of structure component? So I will be given A, B, C, or maybe I will be given a tricky. It is not CPU. I just write CU for D. So, which of the following is incorrect? Or maybe I will give you like A is what, B is what, C is what, D is what. So maybe I said 1, 2, 3, 4. All is correct. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but 4 is CU. I give CU, not CPU. So I give you like 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 4. So which if the following is correct? So if you did not remember, of course you will pick D. So you will having incorrect because it is CPU, not CU. So this is very easy for me to ask. I can do this as well. I can do the component as you as well. So this is how you tackle a question that will coming out for your exam, or might be quiz, or maybe test. Okay. So again, I'm not going to read, but this one is very important as well in terms of diagram. Although we did not yet created the equation for quiz, test, and as well exam, but normally it will happen like that. Okay. In structure. In structure, we're going to see that we have memory, input, output, system, interconnect, and CPU. And you can see actually this is our storage. This is our input output device. This is our CPU, the one that we just now look into. Okay, processor, storage, input output. It's same on the structure. You can see the structure is same. We have storage, whereby it is memory, storage, input output, and CPU. But to connect them, same goes to our body. To connect, we need to have system bus, system interconnection. We need to have wired to each other. So that's why in structure, we have another one called as system interconnection. Same goes to your CPU. Just now, you look the basic informations component in your processor or CPU only have three. ALU, CU, register. So in your CPU, let's say this is your CPU or your processor, we have ALU here. We have our CU and we have a register. But if you did not connect them, there is no connection to each other, how are you going to run your computer and so on? So that's why here you have another one, CPU interconnection, to connect from one another. Okay, so this is a CPU interconnection. And under function, we have four, the one that later on you're going to go deeper one by one. We have data processing, data storage, data movement, and control. So this is our structure. Inside we have storage, we have processor, we have as well the register, and parallel and communication line as our system bus. Okay, our system interconnections or system bus. So in structure, although just now we have four things, but actually we divided it into our evolution. Previously, we are following our simple single processor computer, whereby it is traditional computer. I do believe your generation did not have or find or try to have playing around with single processor. This is all very old type of computer. It's very, very, very slow. Okay, because we have only single processor. Compared to our type of computer nowadays, we have multi-core type of computer. That's why in a single CPU, we have like might be 5 core, 7 core, whatever type of core, we have a lot of core inside. So you can separate your core. You can separate your application. Maybe you open Words, maybe you open Webex, maybe you open your Mobile Legend game. So you can separate it to every core to handle. That's why it's going to be very smooth and speed. But imagine for single core for your component and you want to open it all in one time. Of course, they cannot like having simultaneously instruction for both all. So there will be a waiting system. If you open the words, then it will open first. And if you want to open the next application like WebEx, after finish open, then it will be queue and the WebEx will be open and Sam goes to the next application. Okay, we have here just now structure, we have input output, we have storage, we have CPU, and to connect them together, we're going to have system bus or system interconnection. And inside of CPU just now, you already look, we have 3 components: register, ALU, arithmetic logic unit, our control unit, our CU. And to connect them together, we're going to have our inter-system or inter-bus system, interconnections on our CPU. And later on, okay, we're going to have control unit module. I can't remember which module. I guess maybe module 6 or module 7. You're going to learn in deep what is inside your control unit. Sam goes to register. What type of register? What is inside ALU? I promise you that you're going to look deeper and deeper later on. But for now, we already repeat several times. We already repeat the basic component. We already give you a keyword of the component. Now you just repeat. You can see, you repeat again. You look all these similar and go deeper and deeper, but still it repeatable from the general one. So please make sure after this class finish, at least you already remember the general basic this diagram, because it's already repeated several times. Okay, and this also a hint for you, because this one as well easy for me to ask you a question. What is the definitions? What is the task? What is the role of CPU? What is the role of memory? What is the task doing by input output? So you need to remember the keywords, the one that we line up, like CPU to control and perform function, control operation. Okay, CPU are control operation, perform the functions. Maybe it's hard for you to remember quite long sentences and to remember a lot, especially in your CoA subject, because a lot of memorizing definitions over there. So you just provide with the keyword and write your own sentences. Storage or memory is to store data. Input output, move your data between a computer from your input device to your output device. And lastly, a system bus. Same goes to your van, same goes to your saludara. It will be for you to communicate, to link from CPU to memory, from memory to input output device, and so on, to link as a communication mechanism. Okay, so you need to remember that. And then just now you already know CPU also will have 3 ALU CU registers. Again, it's repeated, but now you need to remember what is their function. And on top of it, to connect them together, That's why it is similar. You can see here, CPU interconnection, mechanism of communication. Same goes to your system bus here, mechanism to communication. Only what to connect. Okay, what is the communications component needed? Okay, so I guess as the start might be it's good for us until this only, because you have a lot of memorizing terms that you need to do. Later we will continue in our class on Tuesday on our structure B, and we will proceed later on. So before the class, Tuesday class, I hope that you already memorize all, so that we will start class. Actually, I already arrived earlier. I already arrived before 8 at office, because I need to send my kids to school earlier than that, like 7 already send them. So although I came earlier, I will start the WebEx at 8 a.m. but I will give you like 15 minutes for you to do our tutorial or exercise at our e-learning. Okay, I will create e-learning very short question, like might be 1 to 5 multiple question, all related to repetitions information that I already give. First, maybe I will ask you about the definitions of computer. What is the component inside of computer? What is the component inside the processor, and so on. So please remember before our next class on Tuesday. Okay? So you have another like berapa minit ni? 8 minutes. 8 minutes for you to do some recap, go through our modules that I already shared in our WhatsApp group. And before our class, make sure you allocate like 15 minutes for you to answer the tutorial quiz at our e-learning later on. Okay? So any question, class? Okay, 38 students. So supposedly here. Okay, please scan the QR code for those who just joined. Okay, scan the QR code for the other than you who already scanned. You might left. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Assalamualaikum and bye-bye. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Betul.
Thank you.